Handwavium, the podcast that tries to explain fictional worlds using science. I'm Simon.
And I'm Jeff.
Jeff, did you like how chipper that was?
Yeah, it was pretty chipper.
It didn't seem
good.
sad or tired at all. It was great.
Yeah, it's totally unlike either of us right now.
It's very true. The listener doesn't know this. We're recording this on a very strange day because I will be unable to record for the next couple of days. So, it'll be interesting. Got that good after work energy.
Right.
Ooh, my mic is loud. I am a loud person.
That's just normal.
So, Jeff. Jeffrey. Can I call you Jeff?
I mean, that's what my mother... Well, she doesn't call me Jeff. But you can call me Jeff.
Would your mom call you late to dinner?
No.
Oh.
She'd never do that.
She'd never do that. So I know what you're saying, Jeff.
Right.
Simon, why did you choose this subject?
Auspicious day to record.
Well, no.
I assume it's specifically to torture me.
Well, it's not to torture you. It's because literally I have no other time for the next 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what you're saying. You're saying, what do you mean advertising mascots don't have superpowers?
Right. Well, we did go through a list of them and found that most of them don't have any superpowers.
Yes, listener, this is one of the most difficult episodes to research. We have tried to start this exact episode like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, it's been a few.
We always get to it and we're like, you know what, there's just not enough here. But we're going to do it. No one asked us to. But we're going to do it.
Most of you asked us not to. We're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, most of you gave us other ideas. But I need this off my plate, so I stopped using it as an excuse not to do the other research for this podcast.
Yep.
So, this week, we are doing, in general, advertising mascots. So this is like a tag-along. You guys remember, tag-alongs, right?
The cookie?
The cookie, yeah. This is like
yeah.
it's like
Do they
one
have
of those.
Mascots?
I assume it's the Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts, yeah.
Because I don't think they sell tag-alongs. Like, they sell Samoas, but I don't think they sell
it's
tag-alongs.
regional.
Oh, maybe. Oh, is tag-alongs one of the weird ones?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. That's sad, because I'm not...
I mean, I don't know if that's true. I'm just making up. Like, I know there are some that are weird, but I don't know if that is.
Yeah, I think Samoas are one of the ones that are called different someplace else. Anyway, so this is a tag-along to our much beloved, the original good episode of Serial Mascots.
Yep.
After our two, Crashing in Flames episodes of Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica.
I think so. Yeah, we learned pretty quick not to do sci-fi.
It's kind of funny because you would think like we had been recording together for like 4 episodes, 5 episodes, but they were really long.
We've been around for more episodes than that.
Yeah. Before we had recorded those first 2 that we released for this podcast.
Oh, you mean at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so you think that we'd be like, pretty decent at podcasting, but no.
Turns out you need to do a thing for a little while before you get good at it.
Yeah.
We're still not good at it. We're just hanging in there.
I think we have a certain joie de vivre that other podcasts have lost. Like we're
you can easily tell that joie de vivre by us missing release dates.
Like, well, no, we've never missed a release date. We have just not released a new episode on them, and it's only happened twice. So I think we're doing pretty good. This is not our job. So, but yeah, sorry about that last week, as well as this week. I'm sorry.
It's fine. They got a good episode.
Yeah, I think that's the episode where I call my dad hot, so it's always good. Anyway, first advertising mascot. Jeff.
Simon.
I know I've told you this group of questions before, but I want to ask you them again so the listener can hear them.
Right.
Charles E. Cheese.
Yes.
Also known as Chuck.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Continue.
I originally did this to Jeff, and he did not know who I was talking about.
I just kind of rolled with it, and here we are. Real epiphany.
Real epiphany, yes. Chuck. Chuck E. Cheese, as his friends call him. It's good. The inner circle. He is a literal rat in the world, but he is, 5, 6 feet tall, and he's bipedal, and he has the sense of dignity where he doesn't wear pants, but he does wear a shirt, which I think is strange.
I mean,
does he wear pants?
I don't know if he wears pants, but I can see a certain logic to it. It's real freeing, I guess.
But I mean,
full range of motion for your legs.
So I'd like to rescind that. Chuck E. Cheese does wear pants. He wears green pants.
Oh, well.
I thought he was Donald Duck in it.
Consider.
Anyway, he is a rat. So what do we think created Chuck E. Cheese? What do we think he is? I would like to avoid the things we said for cereal mascots. I think these are all separately. There's a specific laboratory for cereal mascots. And all other mascots are made independently. Okay.
We do know that the rest of the Chuck E. Cheese's franchise that rat runs is pretty heavy on animatronics and stuff, at least back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
So, do we want to go a robot kind of explanation on this one?
I'm digging that. Can I go one step further?
I can't stop you.
I think he's in a military grade exosuit.
Okay.
But listen,
is a rat that is in a rat-shaped exosuit, or is a human person in a rat-shaped exosuit?
I think he's like a human person. I'm saying I think Chuck E. Cheese is like John 117.
Okay.
And here's why. I think that they looked at a rat and they're like, it has everything we need. It's got
the archetype warfighter.
Yeah, it's got big old ears for listening. It's got big old eyes for seeing.
Right.
And it's got a big old nose for smelling. And I think
right.
it is hardwired. The guy can't take off the suit. I think it's hardwired into his brain, the sensory inputs of the suit. But get it. This is why he's running pizzerias. Okay, is because the government agency that he was part of lost their funding. Okay, and
so they sold the person in the suit to a
chain of pizzerias. Yes.
Right. Okay.
And I think that is where the animatronics comes in, because they want him to seem, like he's part of the gang, but he's not. He's a very sad old man inside of a giant rat suit.
Right.
Who's like a trained killer.
Who can no longer kill.
It's the
only way they experience joy.
Oh my god, yes, no, because oh my gosh. So here's the thing. The Chuck E. Cheese suit has been programmed with the inability to harm children or innocents. So they put him in the middle of a bunch of kids, and he can't fight. That's the thing.
So is it the person is also a crazy person who's just living life trying to do murders?
No, but if you invent the world's greatest killing machine and you're like, well, I don't want to kill it. It is a person. But I want to put it someplace where it's not going to do harm. Putting it in a place where it's surrounded by things it can't kill might be a good idea.
Right. Okay. So is this?
Is this my greatest idea? Yes.
No. Well, yes. A. B. My sticking point is the U.S. government running out of money to fund a military project.
Whoever said it was the U.S. government. Why do you think He is.
Who else would put any money in towards their military research?
That's a good question. It is the 1970s, and that is like the heyday of American bad military projects. So what I was going to say is, I mean, I think the tokens are a little bit reminiscent of another currency, coin-based currency, that is completely valueless, called the peso.
Okay.
So I think he is South American.
So I can
agree.
get
The peso's a stretch.
behind it a little bit more if it was like, you know, a private company doing private research. Like, they took out a lot of loans and they were going to pay it all back after selling this product to the military, and they didn't want to do it. The military couldn't commit the funds.
The military was like...
I mean, I guess you might say it's a bit of a boondoggle sort of project, but, you know.
Oh, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe
who's to say?
Maybe it's like the 1970s. Who's the president then? Carter?
I don't
77?
know. I'm not going to pretend like I know.
President, and we already know that I'm bad at presidents, so... James Carter. It is James Carter. He was elected in 1977. I knew it. So I think it's Jimmy Carter cleaning up the military-industrial complex. He didn't really do
all
that.
The terrifying rat man machine hybrids.
Yeah, like they brought him to his desk. They were like, "Hey, Mr. Jimmy, President Carter." Sorry, we're just such good friends that sometimes I forget.
Right.
Hi, President Carter. Here's all of our ongoing military projects, and he's like, we're designing
and they just parade them through one at a time.
Yeah, there's several more failed, and this is the only one that they could recoup their losses on.
Mm-hmm. They were you just can't sell missiles to children's pizzerias like you can rat machine people.
Exactly. Well, or maybe like the other ones aren't living. Like, they're like, you can decommission missiles. You cannot decommission a human being because
that's a murder.
Yeah, because that's a murder. That's unethical. Putting a killing machine in the middle of a children's pizzeria, not unethical.
It's the ethical alternative.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I can get behind that a little bit more. I still want to say that it was like a private company who made it and then sold the prototype. Yeah, it could be to the government. It could be just to like try to pay off their egregious loans.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know how committed you are to the government having a hand in it for at least a minute.
I'm not terribly committed to it. I just would like to say it's a little convenient that Jimmy Carter came into presidency the exact year that Chuck E. Cheese came into his being.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just putting it out there, and you do with it what you
will.
will.
I mean, if that is the case, then like the Chuck E. Cheese franchise would already be like existing. They wouldn't like, oh, now we have this great mascot.
Now we know we can do
loaded to the teeth with weapons that we can put in the middle of the store.
Oh, I don't think
to
Chuck
sell pizza to children.
I don't think Charles has any weapons. I think he is a weapon.
Just doesn't need anything else.
Yeah,
except for that mouse-shaped, rat-shaped exosuit.
Oh yeah, you've seen Lethal Weapon, right?
Probably.
It's the one with Danny Glover and the guy who did Passion of the Christ.
Man, you say that like any of that would mean anything to me.
Oh, you know Danny Glover. If you don't know,
if you say something else they're in, I might. I don't know
Angels
actors'
in the
names.
Outfield.
What?
Maybe you don't know who Danny Glover is. Never mind. I'm surprised you don't know who Danny Glover is. Anyway, so are you in agreement that my idea for Charles is a great idea?
It is a solid idea, I think.
I think so too. Very reminiscent of our Mothman, but our Mothman escaped.
Yes.
So they learned from that, and they were like, We gotta put a man inside of it. That way we can control him.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
You need to have that human element in order to control it?
Yeah. You can't just have the mindless rage of a moth.
Which is the exact way I describe most moths, yeah.
Have you ever seen a moth with a light bulb? That's mindless rage right there.
Alright. I guess I can give it to you.
Well, it's hard to see because they don't have faces, but they're angry. They hate light.
They do have faces. I have seen lots of moth faces before.
Oh, I forgot.
I studied entomology.
I did. I forgot about that part. Well, I was going to say, they don't have malleable faces. They got little sucker faces. Not like sucker faces like they get cheated a lot. I mean, sucker faces like they got a little proboscis. You know what I'm saying?
I have completely lost the plot because I was trying to look up Danny Glover movies.
Well, apparently a lot of it is
discussing about
really just
why are we talking about moth faces?
Apparently he was in Saw, he was in The Color Purple, he's in Predator 2. I think he's in Predator. He's not in Predator 1. I would remember him in Predator 1.
I feel like I've seen 0 of these movies.
You've seen 2012?
No.
Okay, have you seen apparently he's in the new Jumanji. Don't remember him in that. He's in The Witness.
No.
You got to just see his face and you'd be like, "Oh, I know who this is." He's also apparently in The Prince of Egypt. And The Royal Tenenbaums.
Haven't seen that. I have seen The Royal Tenenbaums.
Well, he's in Royal Tenenbaums.
All right. Guess I'll have to give it another watch.
He's in Escape from Alcatraz. He's also in Rainmaker and in Death Race.
Are we just pivoting to
this is the Danny Glover movies appreciation podcast?
Like, we're just gonna talk about the movies for a while that Jeff has never seen that Simon's apparently very excited about.
Okay, so I know him from Lethal Weapon. He plays he plays Murtaugh, who has the very famous line, "I'm too old for this poop."
Right.
Yes.
I recall that line existing.
Yes. Anyway. So how about this, Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
Chester Cheetah. And I know what you're saying. Is he just a cheetah? I would say no. He's also bipedal. For some reason, they make all these things bipedal. And in the video game, Chester Cheetah in the Wild Wild West, it is revealed that he is kept alive by Cheetos. He needs to at least have a cheese puff in his hand. And it's like a health potion for him.
Okay, is it specifically Cheetos or is it food? Because food keeps most of us alive. And I know, like, it's a loose definition, but Cheetos does fall under the definition of food.
It is edible.
At least a little.
So here's the thing. It is a cheese puff that he has to consume. And it is not like a eating to survive. It's like a health puff. It's like when he is taking damage, when he is injured, he eats a cheese puff. He's all better again.
Okay. So
what I'm saying is that we have to come up with a way that you can have an anthropomorphized cheetah who is healed by cheese puffs.
Right, and I think that the starting point should be cheese puffs as some sort of health potion, and then work our way from there to the cheetah. So
what if he is made out of cheese puff, and he is just consuming material to heal himself?
Okay, so
that's a bad idea.
Why would he not then just, like, slam it into the open wound?
Why would you not just slam it, jam it? I don't know. That's a good question.
It's a very honest answer.
I didn't think that far ahead, Jeff. I would say because why don't you just slam meat into your open wounds? No, you got to eat the meat for it to heal you. Haven't you ever played a video game? God.
No, you're right. You do have to eat a lot of wheels of cheese to get healed.
Yeah, it's because it's got so little protein in it. That's a lie. Cheese got a lot of protein in it.
Where were we on the on the cheetah situation? I think that Cheetos were made first as like a way to.
It's like a super soldier serum.
I want to say as a way to convey health, but I feel like that's a weird way to say heal people.
It's to convey health. Oh.
Just like here, please take these 4 units of health.
It's like a Victorian Charles couldn't make it today, and you're like, oh, convey health to him. Sorry, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no. Cheetos are supposed to be like the perfect like health serum for everybody, but they could only make it work for Chester Cheetah.
I like this. Sorry, what? Do you want me to keep talking?
No, well, I mean, one of us should, but yeah, it's
Did you not have more?
I don't know where they found Chester Cheetah and why they used Chester Cheetah as the archetype and like model for their health Cheetos.
Here's the thing, okay? I'm gonna close my blinds because the sun is right in my eyes because it's very early in the day. Or very late. It's the perfect time for sun to be in my eyes. Okay. So here we go. I think that you're right, that they were trying to come up with this serum that would be like a health potion. It'd be like automatic heal. But what they ended up doing, they ended up doing animal testing on a cheetah.
Okay.
Because obviously, easiest animal to get is cheetah.
Once they tire out, it's easy to catch them.
Yeah, and
they run so fast. They're bound to tire out sooner or later.
And that's the thing, is that they were like, we don't want this just to work for people. We want this to work for everything. So they're trying out all these remedies, okay? And I think that just the combination of the things that they were trying is like the limitless pill. It started to like heal Chester Cheetah to the point where he becomes like human. Like where it starts to like not only repair his brain, but also improve his cognition by creating new pathways.
Okay.
And so his brain grows, and he becomes like a talking cheetah. But he has to continue to consume Cheetos,
or he reverts back to a normal cheetah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Flowers for Algernon kind of situation.
Right.
Yeah. You know that classic story?
Yeah, I sure do.
I hope you've read Flowers for Algernon, because you would love it.
I haven't.
You should. You would love it. It's very short.
I'll put it on the list.
It's like 5 pages.
I feel like that's not correct.
I can only really remember 5 pages of it.
5 pages?
Oh, it's a short story.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like I don't think it's a book. I don't remember it being a book.
So yeah, they formulated this thing and it worked for a cheetah, and then they ran out of R&D money, so they just sell it as a cheesy snack.
What I think is I don't know. I don't like the idea that they ran out of money.
Yeah, we just did that one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. And I kind of want it to be something that's like maybe
more nefarious.
Maybe not more nefarious, but maybe it's like the extra, like the cheese puffs, okay? Are like what keeps the extra pathways in his brain going. So it's like fuel for the brain, but only his brain. I don't. Maybe he just thinks that cheese.
And he's just like is very charismatic and was able to convince them to mass produce them for him. And since he's just one cheetah, he can't eat all of those Cheetos.
Yeah.
That's when he convinced them to sell it to the masses at large.
Yeah.
And really, it's Chester Cheetah in charge of the whole operation at this point.
Oh yeah, I think Chester Cheetah has consumed the CEO of the Cheetos company, and is
because you have to remember he is a cheetah.
He is a large cat. He will kill everything. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he has a vendetta against humanity, and he's trying to sell us unhealthy food to kill us.
I think it's less that he has a vendetta against humanity. I think it's that he became too powerful, and with the Cheetos, they can't, like, tranquilize him because it just, like, gets filtered out of the system too fast. So they have to abide by what he says and keep making him more Cheetos and keep making him more money by selling those Cheetos.
So that they can make more Cheetos. I like it. I think it works. I also think that the coolest showdown in the world would be Chester Cheetah versus Tony the Tiger, because that would be awesome.
It would be pretty great.
Yeah, I would love that. I feel like Tony the Tiger would win because he's,
a tiger.
Yeah, he's unto a god. He's a 400-pound tiger, and Chester Cheetah is maybe a 160-pound cheetah. He's not very big for a cheetah.
He also eats a lot of Cheetos, which probably isn't great.
He does, and he always has those sunglasses on, which makes me think that maybe he's not completely sober.
Right.
So, yeah, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm liking it. So we got a failed military experiment, failed pretty much the plot to Planet of the Apes, but with cheetah. And then how about this? Mr. Clean. The bald man who's very sexy.
You're just describing me.
That's true. Actually, if you worked out a whole bunch and then got a piercing, you would look exactly like Mr. Clean.
I'll go ahead and take that as a compliment.
I don't mean to say that all bald men look the same.
Right. Good catch.
Just look very similar. Also, because you're like my height, right? You're like somewhere in like the tall 5
roundabouts.
foot area. Yeah, I feel like you had to grow a little bit too. Anyway, Mr. Clean.
We'll get there.
And I know what you're wondering. Does Mr. Clean have a superpower? And I know you asked me this when I said I was going to do this.
Yeah, that is the exact question I asked.
And the answer is kinda, because he just nods. And everything is clean. Now, here's the crazy thing about this. How does he know what the dirt is? And what are the...
here's the thing. Is he nodding at the dirt or nodding at the person who needs things cleaned?
I think he's nodding at the person who needs things cleaned. I
think whoever needs things clean just, like, swoons
him
for a while. And he goes and cleans after, like... putting them in a recovery position and laying them nicely on the couch.
So what you're saying is that...
he's just a very sexy man.
Just a very sexy man. Like, he is so sexy that the cameras videotaping him break.
Well, I mean, he needs a little salesmanship. Like, he's not going to have that bit recorded.
Okay, so you think it's just all a farce.
Well, he is still a very sexy man.
Oh, okay. I don't think that removes the fact that there's a difference between very like John Hamm and John Hamm who can instantly make anything clean.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, I don't think he's instantly making things clean. I think he is...
You think he's just cleaning?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Which, I mean, is perfectly doable. He sells some fine cleaning products.
This is the point in time where Jeff is sick of my my idea what makes content for this podcast and is just abandoning it. Fine, Jeff. He just cleans stuff. He's just
if you want, we can take a different tack.
It's fine.
He has some weird, like, mimetic, like, psychic powers.
Because guess what?
Tied along with just being kind of a sexy dude.
Do you know who the next thing is? It's gonna be the Scrubby Bubbles thing. Yeah. It's going to be an
real sexy scrubby brushes.
You swoon whenever you see them. They clean up. They're also perfect salesmen. Yeah, I would like to say, what are the Scrubby Bubbles things? I like to think that the Scrubby Bubbles is their waste product.
Is whose waste product?
Like the
Mr. Clean's?
No, the Scrubby Bubbles thing. We've decided we are finished with Mr. Clean. You've already decided that is not for Simon. That is not Simon's space to play in. He cannot play in that.
Just Jeff's special space with a very sexy, clean man.
Sexy, yeah, bulging, muscled, clean man with very tiny legs and no butt. But Yeah, so now we're on to the next thing, which is the Scrubby Bubbles mascot, which is a scrubber with a face on it that can clean stuff. And
all right. I mean, do you want to take point? Because I apparently just kind of
I do.
Took complete ownership of the last one. You can have this one if you want.
Yeah, no, I want ownership of this one because I already have the answer. And I'm not just rambling to fill in the time so I can answer it myself.
Is it nanobots?
It's close. It's obviously the Scrubby Bubbles thing is an alien that its waste product is surfactants, so that when it goes over grime, it can pick up the grime by ripping it off the like it scrub like it has baleen essentially on its bottom, like it's got like fibrous teeth, and it'll scrub itself to like knock the dirt off, and that's what it eats. And the foam obviously comes from the surfactants it produces to get that grime off of the area.
Okay, so is that still a waste product and just like a really, really efficient system, do you think? Or
Yeah, I think it's the waste product it produces from the dirt is the surfactant it uses to get the dirt off.
Okay, so we just like found this So
that's what Scrubby Bubbles is. Scrubby Bubbles is the waste product from that creature.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's like one creature who births all these scrubbing bubbles.
Yeah, they reproduce asexually. So because we got one, we've been able to industrialize the process of making Scrubby Bubbles, and now I say we, like I'm part of this.
Well, you seem to have some insider knowledge, so you might be.
I apparently I do. Yeah, and so I think that they are now taking this alien and using its waste product to clean people's grout.
Okay, so is it like, I guess where I'm confused, is it like I don't even know how they come like packaged. Is it like a spray, a can?
Oh, so Scrubby Bubbles is
like,
a
is
spray.
It a powder?
No, Scrubby Bubbles is a spray. I believe it's a spray. When I've seen it, it's been a spray. You've never seen Jeff. You don't even engage with life, man.
No, I just have my Mr. Clean fantasies and hope that my bathroom gets cleaned up one day.
Yeah, you're like, I'm never gonna touch that Scrubby Bubbles. It's Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean's bound to show up one day.
I don't even use paper towels. Because Mr. Clean doesn't make them.
Got so many magic erasers ready to go, though.
So many magic erasers. I was gonna say, or it's brawny. You only use brawny, and because that's also got a very sexy man on it.
That's true.
Yeah, the brawny man. I think, personally, for me, the brawny man does it more than Mr. Clean.
Got that lumberjack vibe. Huh?
It does, but it's the chiseled jaw and the forearms that are like the size of
of the tree he probably just felled.
Yeah, I was going to say the hydraulic jacks that mechanics use to lift cars, but also I guess trees are probably an easier to grasp idea of circumference.
Right. So yeah, back to your scrubbing bubbles. Are you? Simon, your Discord has crashed, hasn't it? No, I hear you clicking, and I see that I still have output. Are you back?
I am back. Sorry,
That's
my
good.
computer
I vamped while you were gone.
Oh, cool. Well, hopefully you didn't desync.
I mean, it wasn't good, so there's that. The scrubbing bubbles are is it a solution of these organisms?
No. So the organisms are not in the solution. What is harvested is what I'm thinking is like a slug, like that kind of potassium sulfate or potassium, whatever it is.
Okay. So what they're selling is just that.
Yeah.
Like the waste byproduct that they make.
Yeah, because obviously
I had in my head it was a microorganism or something.
No. When I said it was like nanobots, I meant it's a weird thing that is bad. It doesn't make sense.
That is nothing like nanobots.
That is nothing like nanobots. Yeah, that's where you were confused.
Yeah, I still had that in my head when you said it's like that. That's my mistake.
Yeah, and listen, I accept your apology. It's all right.
Well, thank you. That's very gracious of you, Simon.
Because next, I mean, I think next is the Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah, we'll say a Pillsbury Doughboy.
Well, I mean, you said it. You can't take it back from the audience. They want it now.
They want it. They're hungry for it. They want to eat that little boy.
You want to take a second pass at that?
Eat that little boy? Oh, I guess I do. But maybe we should leave it in there because, maybe the adults will get it. They'll get a good chuckle out of it. And
it's a completely innocent thing that you said.
Yeah, well, because he's literally to my boy. Listen, it's after work. I've worked a long day. To my mind, the Pillsbury Doughboy is made out of dough.
Right. Well, he is a doughboy.
And again, we did recently answer this because of the Shrek, because we did the Gingerbread Man, right? But now I need to answer what the Doughboy is. Because I don't think... He's not baked, first of all. And that's the big difference. And second of all, I feel like he has... I don't know if there's only one Pillsbury Doughboy or if there's several. And I don't know... Is the stuff that Pillsbury sells supposed to be the body parts of the Doughboy?
That's a good question. Like, my initial thought on how to explain the Doughboy was that it's like a sourdough starter or something that gained sapience.
Yeah, right. That they like this is like millennia old sourdough starter.
Right. I guess actually with that logic, they would have to harvest it.
That's the yeast that they use. That is the yeast that all yeast comes from, is the Doughboy. I like this idea. Mainly because it means that I am like eating the flesh of this is like a thing to like encourage people to be, eat less meat. You'll eat the flesh of something if you eat Pillsbury.
Right.
I mean, it's not.
And really, it's the knowledge that it's the flesh of a living thing that make people want to eat meat.
Is that not why you eat meat?
I mean, I eat it because it's tasty.
Oh, so you haven't like eaten say a Highland cow steak while looking the mother of the child that you're eating
that
in the eye?
Cow's best friend. No, I haven't.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, maybe you should.
Nothing's stopping me, I guess. I'd have to meet a couple of Highland cows first.
I know a bunch. You'd like to meet them.
They're cool and probably tasty.
They, most of them are cool. One of them is mean and scares me, and I don't go near her because I'm worried she's going to kill me. Other ones I like.
Right, that's fair.
Of course. So we got the Pillsbury Doughboy. That was an easy one. Listen, guys. They can't all be winners.
Well, hey. I think it worked well. Everything fell into place.
Yeah, we're thinking I like the idea that it is the place that all yeast comes from. Like, all baker's yeast comes from is this Doughboy. It started off as a sourdough starter, and then it just slowly morphed into this kind of sentient creature that can, like, break off chunks of it and give itself. It's like the Giving Tree, but it's, a small boy.
Right.
It's like the Giving Tree, but it's like way darker because at the beginning, it's a small boy that they're slowly chopping apart, and he's giving and he's not receiving anything.
I mean, he's receiving the happiness of the altruistic giving that they're doing.
And I also don't know if he's intelligent enough to understand sadness because he starts giggling if you just poke him. Like,
do you not do that too? Is that just me and the Doughboy?
I think that's just you and the Doughboy. Maybe that's your real father. Maybe your real father is the Doughboy.
It could be.
Sorry, Jeff's father. I have never met you before. But I'm willing to say on recording.
Willing to accuse him of not being my birth father.
Of not being a birth father, and instead it being a millennia-old sentient pile of dough.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is a reasonable accusation any person could make.
Yeah, anyone who's met you is like, that guy, huge pile of dough. It's like a big old body of yeast. Like, if I wanted to bake a bread, I would cut off his fingers and use those to leaven it. It's just, I like the comfortable silences that just exist in this podcast sometimes.
I have to carefully measure, like, do I have a decent comeback that will work on a safe for work podcast, or do I choose slightly uncomfortable silence? I think slightly uncomfortable silence would be just as funny as anything else I could say.
I think so too, and I mean, like, no, buddy, you can't come back at me with anything, man. I am the perfect,
the dough master.
I'm not a dough boy. I'm a dough man. All right, we can move on. I'm sorry.
Powerful flag to plant there.
I'm not a dough boy. I'm a dough man. I want someone to put that into a shirt. We need listeners just so that we can make that into a shirt and sell it. Okay, so how about this next mascot, the Kool-Aid Man. Okay, here's his powers. Okay, unbreakable, infinite inertia, made of glass though, mobile and full of liquid. Right? Okay. And I hear those as Maxwell would have said. I hear those cogs and spokes just turning around. And you got an answer for me. It's gonna happen. Or you're cutting out. I can't tell.
That's what you wanted to wait for. I thought you were waiting for me to pick which question I wanted to ask first.
Oh, you can ask any question, because I think he is. I have no idea what he is.
Good. Well, I'll help you get there.
Yeah, get me there, Jeff. Get me over that finish line.
How's he walk around being all made of glass and whatnot?
That's what I'm thinking too. And
the answer is very hot glass.
He is. Yes. That's not Kool-Aid in him. That's lava.
That's hot aid.
That's hot aid. My audio. So this is the weirdest thing. My audio goes from being like barely perceptible to completely blown out in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, no, that's what life's like talking to you, Simon.
Well, Jeff, listen, I
gotta bring the heat.
Someone's gotta bring that spice.
Somebody's gotta temper it to strengthen.
Yeah, we're like
we know that you're the one bringing the heat.
Yeah, we're like chili and yogurt. Okay, like I'm the hot. I'm that fire. I'm that like, and you are like that. It's like kind of like that soft. Like maybe a little bit sweet after having that little bit of spice. This is good.
It's the complete package. Us two.
We're not functional on our own. You ever eat just like raw chili? Disgusting. Although I guess I have just had plain yogurt.
Or ever eat just raw yogurt? Also disgusting.
Plain yogurt's pretty good. I think people could stomach you. You're like a nutritious, but you're not like, you don't got that like fire. Like you're like a breakfast.
Right,
you're not like a meal. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you.
With me, you're a meal. Listen, I am so tired.
I could hardly tell.
I've been working too much. Okay. Kool-Aid Man. He's made of glass. Right. How does glass move?
Right. By being hot.
By being hot. Yeah. That's what I think. What if he just moves really slowly? Like over the course of centuries.
So I guess the problem with that would be like the walls shattering as he busts through.
I know, he's made of inertia, which is probably just the fact that I continue to shoot down my ideas.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'm tempering your heat. I gotta touch back on, he's made of inertia? Well, so he's just always going forward, always looking to bust through walls?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he busts through a lot of walls, and he like it does not matter what that wall is made out of. Like, 6 inches of steel, the hull of an aircraft carrier does not matter. He's the Kool-Aid Man. So, But here's the thing. I like the idea that maybe he's just like a little bit warm. Yeah, I think he's just maybe a little bit like he is made of a glass with some kind of additive. Listen, I'm not a material scientist. That lowers the transition point of glass, so it keeps it from solidifying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and maybe it makes it like a little bit magnetic. Okay, and I think the red fluid on the inside of him is not Kool-Aid. I also don't think it's lava. But I do think it is like some kind of very dense, very magnetic metal that responds to the electric field of the Earth to like create, or maybe it's like radioactive, and so it's like slowly heating. Like maybe he's like critical all the time.
Okay.
And he's just slowly warm.
See that. I did like, whatever that liquid is being dense.
Yeah.
Because that will help him bust through walls.
And you know what's dense is uranium dioxide. It's very dense. And, you get enough, like maybe that's what the glass is. Maybe he's not, maybe he's just a nuclear reactor. I just listened to Midnight at Chernobyl.
Just a sapient nuclear reactor.
Yeah, essentially. I think he's just a nuclear, maybe he's a nuclear powered robot. And they were like, but what if he's made of glass?
A glass robot.
He's a glass robot. But so here's the thing. I don't think he busts through walls. I think he is so radioactive. I think he like melts walls. Like the walls are exploding out from him.
Okay, and that's how he's always unscathed after busting through.
Yeah. I think he's just bleeding radiation.
Okay.
And all of the children and families he visits in the commercials are now dead.
Yeah, no, there isn't a good outcome here.
There is not.
But no, yeah, the outcome's bad. They do get Kool-Aid in the meantime, though, so that's pretty nice.
I like the fact I like that. Because Kool-Aid sounds like maybe it sounds like in a different universe, Kool-Aid would be the like coolant they use in nuclear reactors. I understand that the coolant they use in nuclear reactors is water. Shut up. This is my special Kool-Aid.
You can't stop Simon from calling water Kool-Aid from now on.
Yeah. They call it Kool-Aid. It's like a marketing scheme. Like they're like, listen, this is the new fangled technology. It's cooled with Kool-Aid. It aids in cooling. And here's our mascot. He has Hawaiian shorts. And obviously in this universe, all advertising is done by DJs.
Shock jocks.
Yeah, shock jocks. That goes without saying. Come on. Jeff.
I mean, makes perfect sense.
It's the universe I want to live in. Oh, maybe not. But
yeah, I'm not sure about that. It sounds like a bad universe.
Sounds like a very universe where capitalism has taken over everything. It's good fun right there.
It's good fun. Yeah.
So here we go. You think one more? I'm thinking one more.
We could probably afford one more.
We'll
we got in the budget?
Yeah. We'll cut out all the uhs and ums. And I got criticized today that I said too much. And yeah.
All right. Well,
it's not just like on my mind. I have. Yeah. No, I have.
Oh.
I want my brain to keep moving, and it's not.
Just have to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, because my brain is bad and stupid and doesn't know what's going on most of the time. So
yeah, well, I mean, between the two of us, maybe eventually one of the brains will work good.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I think you got the brain and I got the fire. That's what I bring. I bring that spice. You know when you're like having trouble thinking of a word and you're like, I really want some chili right now. I want some wait, what is I have already curry. Curry, I think, was the word I was trying to think of, and I think I said chili.
Yeah?
Yeah, so
is that it?
I meant to say curry.
It makes a lot more sense to have yogurt there than with chili, I guess.
I'm aware, because that is a traditional Indian food, is actually have yogurt with chili, or have like a fermented milk, like kind of like a sour cream. It's like a cooling effect. Yeah, so that's on me. Sorry, guys. I'm confusing a lot.
Don't worry, Simon's gonna go in and punch in.
It's not gonna
curry
sound
every time he said chili.
It's not gonna sound like I'm filling in audio at all. It's not gonna sound like ADR. It's gonna be totally seamless.
Good.
Anyway, Jeff.
Yeah. What do we got?
I wanted to bring out.
Still have one more in the budget?
I think we still got one more in the budget, and I think it's gonna be a fast one because I'm feeling it.
All right.
I want the Hamburger Helper glove. I'm feeling that was your contribution, and I want to do it.
I did call one thing out when you were making the list.
You called out a couple, but I had just already shot down the other ones.
But you already torpedoed the other ideas.
Because come on, Jeff. I'm again the curry. I'm hot and spicy. I'm there. I'm here. You know me.
Yeah, can't keep you down.
Can't keep me down.
So since you're the ideas man, how that Hamburger Helper glove do?
How that Hamburger Helper glove do? So here's the things I'm having difficulty with, okay? First of all, he finds his way into people's homes. He has no legs. Second of all...
Well, he's got those fingers.
He does. So do we think he walks like a child doing a dinosaur? Because I kind of like that idea.
100%. Yeah. How else would he walk? He doesn't have legs.
It's true. So then, but how does he... Okay. Here's the thing I have with that. If he is walking like that...
Right.
Does he eat by just like lowering himself to the ground and just like lapping up whatever's beneath him? Is this a creature? I think it's a creature. It has bones. It has a brain.
Do we think it has bones? Well, like,
Oh, do we think it's
is
like
it
cartilaginous?
hollow like a glove?
Oh. Well, but I feel like that would be a waste. Like, why would you waste that space? If you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Like it's got to be full of something. Like, is it fluid? Is it just like fluid-filled sacks that it slowly inflates and deflates to create the movement of hands?
That would start to make sense.
That starts to make
it's
sense.
able to move around.
Well, because I was wondering if you thought it was
it's not like it has muscles otherwise.
I mean, I always thought you were saying it was going to be like, because it has the facial muscles, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe all of its fingers are tied to like a central body of muscles, like a bug, so it can like move off of hinges and pulleys and stuff.
Okay, and that's what the main part of the glove is just massive muscles to emulate the rest of the glove.
Yes, exactly. It's just a glove, and I like the fact that it's walking like a child doing a dinosaur.
Yeah, I think that would be like the main walking. Once it's mostly there, then I'll flip over right side up so it can use the digits for other things, though.
So here's a crazy thing. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, I'm sorry. Just here's a crazy thing. The glove.
The glove. So there's a 1979 short film called Attack of the Helping Hand.
Okay.
About the Hamburger Helping Hand, and the Pillsbury Doughboy, where a milkman shows up to a woman's house. He touches her on the shoulder, and she mistakes him for the helping hand. She wrestles him to the floor. When he tells her where the hand is hiding, it then proceeds to kill the milkman with a kitchen knife in retaliation for telling on him. The woman resorts to trapping the hand in a bucket. The hand screams that it is suffocating and plays dead. As she searches for a trash bag to dispose of the dead hand, it escapes. She catches it and puts it through a blender, killing it, then proceeds to continue preparing her meal, and opens a can of biscuit dough, only to find the Pillsbury Doughboy on her countertop, presumably starting her ordeal all over again. So, in this person's mind,
they're just setting up for the sequel with that.
Oh yeah. That's like the post-credit sequence of a Marvel film, where you're like, oh, who are they gonna show? And then you're like, it's the Pillsbury Doughboy. It's another mascot. Like instead of it being like Thanos or I don't know, Thor or
Right. So
Spider-Man. I was about to say
So
Superman.
it's a very good and powerful aside, and we can work that canon into the rest of the description.
It hungers for human flesh. It's like
and that's why it helps them make food to fatten them up.
Yeah, I think it's like the hamburger helper hand is like a face hugger.
Okay.
And I think its only goal is to kill and eat all of humanity. And I think there's several helping hands. I had to take one of my headphones off because I realized I was shouting. And this
take one of your headphones off. You just have 4 headphones layered. You have one playing music. You have one playing monitor. You have another one with like the Borderlands game that you're playing simultaneously while you record.
So here's the thing: I can't have Audacity and a video game up at the same time because my computer apparently crashes. Found that out last night. That was a lot of fun.
That's rough.
Yeah, it was Dishonored too, and I was like, this is gonna be a rough thing to replay. Yeah, I think the hamburger helper is a parasite, but instead of it being an internal parasite, it's an external parasite. It tries to like fatten you up and put you full of food so it eats you. That's not a parasite? Is that what you're gonna say?
I don't know if that's a parasite. That would make us parasites for cows.
I mean, so maybe it's not a parasite. Maybe it would be. It's husbanded humans.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that can work. So it's just like, is some alien organism that landed here one day?
I think it's Earthborn. I think it's naturally occurring alongside humans.
Well, I mean, extraterrestrials would be naturally occurring too. That's very, Earth-centric of you.
I guess it is. I'm sorry. I believe it's geocentric. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, it is. I would also like to say, does this mean that if this is husbanding, does this mean that when I marry my girlfriend, that she will kill and eat me one day? This is one of those silences that are really good. This is when Jeff is like, boy,
I mean, like, is it you are being husbanded? Is the process of turning you into a husband?
Oh, does that mean that
is husbandry you being a husband?
I would say husbandry is I am husbanded. Are you saying that maybe I'm
you are the receiver of the husbandry by being the husband?
That's what I think it is. I'm the husband, and I receive husbandry. I don't give it, like, you don't call a cow your wife. That's just stupid.
Well, I mean, depends on your relationship with a cow.
It's true. Okay, I don't. You're not having romantic relations with a cow. You don't call it your wife.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I do say that I husband cows, though. Well, I know people who I don't husband cows. I know people who husband cows. You see what I'm saying?
We lost the plot on this one, bud.
Okay. I think that's it. I am so tired. And Jeff is probably even more tired than me because he is in a different time zone. So
what are we doing with the hamburger helper glove? Are we going to finish this one up, or are we going to save this? Is this going to be the teaser for the next episode?
The teaser. Next time on Pedantic Handwavium, what is the hamburger helper? Is it a parasite? Is it a husband? Where did Lucky get all those children? No, that's not going to happen. I think the hamburger helper is, like I said, a creature that is husbanding humanity. We are its chattel, and we will someday die to the hamburger helper, and it'll consume us.
Okay. I mean, I can get behind that. I think the problem with it, though, is, like, I don't know, I guess it's, like, its marketing, where, like...
Oh, like, what is...
It is its own mascot for, like, mediocre hamburger and macaroni dishes.
That's, you know what? I don't mind hamburger helper that much. It's a little salty.
Yeah, like, it's solidly alright.
That's a good way. Like, it is solidly edible, is how I would describe it. It is fit for human consumption.
Right.
I think it's nepotism. I think it is.
It just like the Papa Helper hired his nephew to do marketing.
Yeah.
And the nephew just had bad ideas and made itself the mascot.
I think it's good ideas. I think the nephew has been like, hey, Papa, I went to school. I did human studies where I studied humans. I can market to them.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I get that. Yeah.
And so it's completely within its pedigree to be a star.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's and that's exactly what it is. And that's why it's not like I think part of what the Hamburger Helper has done is made itself more human. Put a clown nose on. It's capped its sharp, ferocious teeth. Now it looks friendly. It doesn't look like the abomination that will one day,
devour us all.
Yeah. It's not the devourer of the universe as they call themselves in their native tongue. It's Hamburger Helper.
Right.
Yeah.
Which translates to devourer of the universe in their native tongue.
Yeah, in their native tongue. It's very weird. It's very confusing. Because when you try and do like the English to Hamburger Helper conversion, like translation, a lot of the words are the same, but they have completely different meanings. Yeah.
Just all what is it? False homophones or something?
I have no idea.
I don't know,
dude. I don't even speak English that well or that good.
So. Yeah, I was gonna say, and you didn't even lean into the bit by saying you don't talk English that good.
So I want people to understand it's not a bit. I am genuinely bad at speaking. I genuinely.
That's fine. It's a living language.
I think so too. Descriptivism all the way. Prescriptivists can go. They can go read their dictionaries.
They can go back to their books.
Yeah,
nerds.
Their books. And that's how I say that word too. And whenever I say books,
it's a weird way that you learned how to say that double O.
Yeah, I say books, and then I also whenever I say it, I push my buck teeth out, and then I push my my pretend glasses up on my face. Yeah, people don't like me, but I do it anyway.
I'm helping save the listeners from the whole
meeting me.
Image by making it just a podcast.
Yeah. They'll one day see me up on stage and be like, boy, that guy, total jock. Boy, he's all muscly and strong, tall. He doesn't look nerdy at all.
Like Mr. Clean.
Just like Mr. Clean. Except he's got hair and a beautiful beard. That's what's funny. The people who know me are like, oh, he's throwing in some like fiction with the reality. So people can't guess which one's the fiction with the reality. Right. Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to spoil the mental image that people might have on you based on your description of yourself.
It's the brawny man is really what I look like. A blonde brawny man.
It's pretty close.
I think so, yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely do not look like a 13-year-old boy. That is certainly not what I look like.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely closer to the brownie man.
Yeah, I don't look like someone decided to take a very chubby 13-year-old and stretch him out.
Couldn't be farther from the truth.
Yeah, that is absolutely preposterous. You want to end this podcast? This is a very long outro because we've just been riffing.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the usual outro. So if you're done with the rambling, are we good with the rambling?
I like to call it riffy ramming. That's not what I like to call it. That's a bad phrase. Is that the Egyptian actor from Night at the Museum? No, that's Rami Malek.
All right, you want to take another pass at a made-up word, or am I going to do the outro?
You can do it. I think I was going to go for riffy. Is it? I was trying to think like riffing and then rambling as like a combination words, like riffy ram. How about riffy ram? I like riffy ram. Ram riffing.
You want riffy ram?
How about ram riffing? That sounds a little bit more solid on my tongue.
Well, good.
Well, shut up.
It's just again, here's that list of responses and just crossing them all off, knowing that we're doing a non-explicit podcast.
I know ram riffing is not. an explicit word?
No, I think the explicit bit was you finding that to be solid on your tongue. But that's neither here nor there.
Again, that's a joke for the adults.
So thank you for coming and thank you for listening. We have been Pedantic Handwavium.
Hi.
We're on the internet at pedantichandwavium.com or phandwavium.com or jefftime.com for now. Someday maybe I'll use that domain name. Who knows?
No.
Unlikely. What else we got? We're on any podcasting app.
Yep.
You probably found us there. We're on the YouTubes.
You might have found us there instead.
We're on Handwavium at Twitter at Handwavium.
Yeah. We're on Twitter at Handwavium.
Yep. I think that's pretty close to it. Send us some show suggestions on the website.
Yeah.
Thanks to Joe Sopchak.
For our theme music.
For the music.
Yeah. And maybe if you have a friend who's like, hey, I'm really bad at the outros for my podcast. Do you have anyone I can listen to maybe model myself after?
Get examples on what not to do.
Yeah, maybe give us them our name. Give us them our name. That's not the way you order words.
No, you did it just about as good as I did Twitter thing.
Yeah, maybe suggest don't record after work. Find weekends to record.
Make a special day just for recording.
Just for recording.
Before your brain is fried.
Yes. I'm curious as to why this woman had Hamburger Helper and Pillsbury Doughboy.
Well, I mean, you need the biscuits to
so is it like
sop up all the leavings.
Yeah, she's got like the gravy and pasta Hamburger Helper, and then she's like,
right.
But I also want biscuits. That makes sense. Okay, I gotcha.
Because when you have carbs in meal, you got to get more carbs in meal.
I mean, listen, if you're cooking like Simon, it is pretty much
all carbs.
It is pasta and vegetables. Delicioso. Cool.
All right, and that's been Pedantic Handwavium. Good night, listener. We love you.